Drugs. For some, it's one of the best things, and for those same people, it's one of the worst things. But what is a drug? According to Google, the third best source of information after CNN and Wikipedia, a drug is a medicine or other substance which has a physiological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced into the body. What the heck does physiological mean? Just like the old saying of how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, the world may never know. Unless you look it up, in which, good for you, you've successfully used the internet. Before we get into how drugs are bad, here's a word from our sponsor. Man, I sure can go for some Coke right now. Well, now that bad Coca-Cola joke is out of the way, what are the causes of drug use? Well, the main cause of it is peer pressure. Oh yeah! You know, when you're at a party or social gathering and some dude, or women, I respect both genders, comes up to you and is like, yo dude, you wanna try some sweet ganja? And you say, well hell yeah! And you say, nah B, Officer Herco taught me to stay away from drugs. He also taught me how to crash into a parked car, my guy. Don't say yes in that situation, or you may run into some of the consequences of drug use, such as cancer, neurological effects, heart problems, and kidney damage.
That's a lot of damage!
Even flex tape can't cure kidney damage, my dudes and dudettes, because once more I am a professional women respecter. I respect all 63 genders as well. Don't kill me. Now let's move on to some quick facts about drug use and drug addiction. Fact number 1. Cigarette smoking is the most preventable cause of cancer in the US. Who would have thought? Fact number 2. The most abused drug other than alcohol is marijuana. Fact number 3. More teens die of prescription drugs than heroin and cocaine combined. Fact number 4. Teens who consistently learn about the dangers of drugs are 50% less likely to use drugs than people who don't. And you thought those DARE classes with Officer Herco were a waste of time. You silly boys and girls. Fact number 5. Drug addiction / abuse can be linked to about half of all major crime in the US. Why does that not surprise me? Alright, time to move on to some quick myths of drugs because I have to make this short so that you people don't get bored. Myth number 1, marijuana is not addicting. About 10% of the population can get addicted to this. Myth number 2, everyone that uses cocaine / heroin is an addict. Wrong. 75 to 85% of people that use cocaine for a period of time are able to be stopped, or can stop without, getting addiction. But you know that guy, let's call him Phil, that hangs on the streets, alleys late at night and says, hey kiddo, I got the good stuff in my hand. That guy? He might be an addict. Myth number 3, drugs cause addiction. I'm sorry, I'm a bit stupid today. If drugs cause addiction, then why doesn't everyone who uses drugs too much or too often get addicted? Myth number 4, addicts are bad / crazy / stupid. They have a brain disease that goes beyond their control, as addiction is a brain disease, you stupid American. Myth number 5, it's possible to overdose on marijuana. There's no known lethal dose in humans for marijuana, so ha-ha! There are also effects when you use drugs too, and none of them are good. Short-term effects include hangovers, hallucinations, and depression. Long-term effects exist too, unlike my father, and those include
Crippling depression!
Or major depression, as my source called it, early Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia. On a more serious note, most drugs are terrible unless they are medicine, because medicine is also a drug. There are many consequences to using them, and you might not make it out alive if you get addicted. If you do get addicted to drugs, however, please get help. Drugs take out too many people in this world that we live in, and we don't need to add more people to the body count. Well, on a less serious note, if you want more advice on drugs and why they're bad, just take it from the man himself, Captain Lou Albano.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.